Alright, so I realized that my Rocket Battle tutorials showed the old bosses, so I thought I'd do a little update where I show some of the new bosses. And since I have one of these rocket radars on, the rocket balloon will give me a boss. And if I don't want it to give me a boss, like if I'm looking for a specific boss and I want to wait till I can look around a bit, or if it's going to be Giovanni and I don't want to get the Giovanni, you can just turn the rocket radar off, and then when the balloon shows up, it won't be. Once it shows up, it is what it is. Alright, so I'm going to show Sierra. So Sierra right now is the hardest in the current set. It has Lapras usually, and sometimes it can have double Lapras. So, the one thing about it is it tends to have Lapras, which you definitely want fighting types for, although there's electric types can work too. I usually don't want to run grass types because it has the ice subtyping and that'll hit the grass pretty hard. So usually favor. So sometimes it'll be everything that's weak to fighting and electric. So you can write two good fighters in an electric type. I really like, for the electric type, I really like, what am I thinking of? Magnezone. Magnezone, since the electric is good against the water and then the steel is good against the ice for Lapras, so that one's really good. But then what they do just to curveball you is a lot of times she'll have a psychic type in the back. She'll either have a psychic as the last one. She can even have psychic types for the second and third one, and that'll surprise you. If you're running all fighting types to try to take out all those Lapras, it'll hurt hard. So one thing about it is Lapras is so hard, sometimes it takes both of the fighting types to take down the Lapras. But don't worry about it. The Lapras is the Lapras, and Giratina can get a lot done too. But obviously Giratina is weak to that ice type too, so so this guy's getting eaten pretty hard. I'm going to switch guys because when you switch, it takes the game a little while to adjust. So you just switched, and you'll have some time where you're doing damage and the computer and NPC will not. So I did a switch, and then I had some time where I was doing damage and they weren't. And then after my charge move, I had the same thing. And if it wasn't for that, I'd never get two charge moves off with this Conkeldurr. But because of that, I do. So here we go. So now I managed to eat both shields with the Conkeldurr, but I didn't take out the Lapras. I don't think he's going to beat the Lapras. And Lucario's at about half health. So if there's a Lapras behind this, could be in a bad way. No. I definitely want this one. Probably could have used that power-up punch. So, I am in trouble now. See, because the second one is psychic, and I'm locked because I just switched. Pfft, hilariously bad. Oh, no, it's going to let me switch. Okay. No. I don't know why it was locking me. Now that I think about it, my guy fainted. Alright, now I can use the Ominous Wind on the Giratina to milk shields, but since the shields are gone already, I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. Alright, so I still have one shield left and she has none. Now let's hope for another Psychic. It's a Dark type. See how it likes to mess with me? Because the Psychic type beat my Fighting type that I had on the Lapras, but now the Dark type is going to smoke my Ghost type. So I'm going to try to do as much damage as I can. Oof. Should I shield it or not? I'm going to shield it. I'll just do as much as I can and then switch to the Lucario. And the Lucario will take out the Dark type. So I think all of her options are she can have two Lapras, so she can have Lapras first and second. And then in the second position, she can have either, we saw Exeggutor, which is a Psychic Grass type, or in the middle, like I said, Lapras. But then in the last spot, she can have the Houndoom, or she can have an Alakazam. So if the Alakazam is there along with the Exeggutor, then Giratina has no problem taking those both down. If you're combining the Houndoom and the Lapras, if it goes Lapras, Lapras, Houndoom, then you can do it all with fighting types. And this was actually a more challenging one because it swapped it up. Although, probably the worst would be like Lapras, Lapras, Alakazam. Because at that point, I've probably used most of my Pokemon just to take down the 2 Lapras. That is not shiny. Oh, I didn't think about that. Actually, I hope I don't catch it, because right now there's a double candy event. So I should probably actually Pineapple this, which I never do. Alright, Lapras is real far away. So you're throwing deep. Almost like a Mewtwo throw. There we go. Perfect. I'm glad I didn't catch it on the first one. Big candy. So I think all of that candy is from Rocket Battles. Good to go. So, in the next video, I'll try to combine, I'll do 6 Rocket Battles, Rocket Grunts, and then combine the other 2 leaders so that we can see those.